Today we're reacting to an ESPN segment covering NFL coaching news, playoff storylines, and some heated opinions around rivalries and team culture. This one mixes front office decisions, expectations for next season, and a lot of strong personalities. Before we jump into the reaction, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more NFL React videos.
Information. Literally, they're inside. Gentlemen, take it away.
Yeah, and this is where I would like to stay. It's very cold outside and it's snowing, but inside it is nice and warm, and there's a lot of good feelings in Green Bay as well. See what I did there? The Green Bay Packers yesterday agreed to terms with their coach, Matt LaFleur, on a well-deserved extension. And if this sounds a little familiar, we told you a couple weeks ago that this was the Packers' plan going into the playoffs. Make sure that Matt LaFleur knew how much they appreciated him and believed him, and keeping him their coach would be their #1 priority. That happened yesterday. General Manager Brian Windhorst likely has an extension coming as well. So the brain trust in Green Bay is not going anywhere despite a playoff loss that nobody really wanted to see. Meanwhile, the Packers are likely guys to replace their defensive coordinator, Jeff Hafley, likely to get a head coach job this cycle. So a big item on Matt LaFleur's to-do list.
A popular guy these days, former Giants head coach Brian Daboll. We told you yesterday he's going to interview with the Chargers for their offensive coordinator role. We expect that to happen with the Eagles as well sometime this week. Nothing yet set in stone. Remember, he is a head coaching candidate for the Tennessee Titans, and you start to think about the potential pairing there with Cam Ward, with what Daboll has done with some young quarterbacks in recent memory. Josh Allen being one of them up in Buffalo, Daniel Jones, Jaxson Dart as well. Heck, even Tommy DeVito. Daboll has worked well with some of those young guys, so the pairing with Cam Ward potentially could be an interesting one as well. So expect Daboll to interview with these teams, already with Tennessee, and maybe even more, Tom.
Meanwhile, the Giants are hiring John Harbaugh as their head coach for real this time, 3 days after Harbaugh visited the facility, and after lengthy negotiations, the side did agree Tuesday. Tomlin reiterated the same thing, but he has told everybody else he does not plan to coach in 2026. Rich?
Okay, that's the latest from the insiders on the coaching carousel. And so John Harbaugh, in the middle of our show yesterday, announced that he's the new head coach of the New York Giants, and we're taking a kickoff in New England, where the Patriots hire somebody who's been coach of the year before, okay? Pair him up with a second-year quarterback, okay? Find the right coordinator, draft nicely, have already a group of players, put it all together, and they plus 10 in the win column. And they're now hosting a divisional playoff game. Do you think they're going to have a Patriots-type leap next year with John Harbaugh and the Giants, Steve?
No.
Okay.
This guy's
shoot it down right out the back.
This guy's a friend of mine. I love him, all right? He's a hell of a coach. But there's some differences between this situation with the Giants and what New England did. New England spent $346 million on free agents.
Okay.
They have 1.8.
This first part feels very calm and businesslike, especially talking about coaching extensions and stability. As a normal fan, it makes sense why Green Bay wants to lock things down, even after a playoff loss. Sometimes losing doesn't mean things are broken, and this feels like a team saying, we trust our people.
$1 million salary cap, okay? They're gonna have to cut some guys and restructure some guys to even start getting involved with free agency. New England hit on all of their draft choices, from Will Campbell.
I don't think it will be 4 to 14. I mean, that's a huge turnaround. The expectations, we set them that high, probably going to fail. But you look at this team. I like the team. You got Jaxson Dart, Scatterboo coming back. Tracy, you got Neighbors coming back from the injury. You got Thomas in the tackle. You got Abdul Carter. You got Brian. Like, there's a lot of pieces on this football team that you can build around. And I believe they can have success very quickly, given the right pieces in the coaching staff and at the offense coordinator spot. So I do believe there can be a turnaround. Going to 14 wins, I'm not ready to say that, but I do believe that they can have a quick turnaround in New York.
Well, and then the conversation that's already being had as to why it took so long, if you will, from everybody saying it's going to happen in the media to it actually happening, is he's apparently reporting to ownership like he did in Baltimore, which totally changes the way that the Giants normally do business. And then there's the other ways that Harbaugh is used to doing business with scouting and analytics and everything else. Apparently he's going to remake the way that the Giants have done their work, which may take some time as well.
There was some structure that needed to be redone over there. He'll get it done. Just give him a few years. He will be there.
Okay. Colleen Wolfe, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Rich. Well, even though Ben Johnson didn't sweep Matt LaFleur in the regular season, he still enjoyed beating him twice this year. The post-game handshake was a little icy, to say the least, but got him to the locker room quicker to yell this.
Hell yeah!
Oh, the horror. Fletcher says, Coach Ben Johnson, classless handshake. Oh, this is why Ben Johnson has become an unlikable coach this year. More and more. This is all we saw all over the time.
Sirianni catching strays.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. Classless loser, Ben Johnson. A lot of classless. After the game, Johnson was unapologetic about it.
There's a rivalry that exists between these two teams, something that I fully recognize and I'm a part of. I don't like that team. So George and I have talked and we're on the same page.
Matt LaFleur, obviously being in Green Bay and Mike being on your staff, who goes with Matt, he's played Ben Johnson 3 times this year.
Yeah.
Did you go with Matt?
What would you guess? No, you know what? We watch the tape, we do our work, and, you know, Matt is a very close friend of mine.
Dog, Sean.
Perfect political answer there. So should the Bears relish being the villains of the playoffs? Ben Johnson is basically the Regina George of the league right now.
Yeah. When did we get so sensitive? Like, why do we have to consider them?
Now it shifts to the Giants and John Harbaugh, and this is where expectations start to get checked. I like how someone immediately pushes back on the idea of an instant turnaround. From a fan perspective, rebuilds are magic, and money, cap space, and roster depth still matter, no matter who the coach is.
Villains. We're in the era of
His smirk
you have
over
to
your
care
shoulder,
about. We have to care about everybody's feelings and all that. And this is coming from the guy who prayed at the 50-yard line, apologized to Ben Roethlisberger after I hit him, and helped O-linemen up. That's coming from this guy. This is football. It's the National Football League. Everybody's hurt because they are actually walking the talk. They're saying what they're going to do. They're doing it and not apologizing for it. We're so upset about him saying F the Packers. That's an organization. Nobody said nothing to Myles Garrett about having actual names on a graveyard.
Yep.
That wasn't disrespectful. These are actual people. He put them in a graveyard, and we praised that. But they said F an organization, and we're upset. Man, get over it. They are walking the talk, and I love it.
Yes.
Keep it going.
Ben Johnson is in his villain era right now, but where were you when Kyle Brandt last year came up with this comprehensive list of what the Bears need in their next head coach? Offense, catch the big fish for once.
Ding.
Not a nice guy.
Ding.
Offense, please.
Ding.
And Ben Johnson.
Ding. I've been right about a million things, and I was spot on about that one, and I say it with my chest now, and I back it up. Each of the last several years, I get to represent this network, and I get to go to Chicago and interview the franchise quarterback. After I do that, I go and I meet the head coach. Either I'm invited or I ask, and they welcome you right in. And I've sat with Matt Nagy, wonderful guy. And I've sat with Matt Eberflus, wonderful guy. Those guys are all gone, and the quarterbacks they were coaching are all gone. A few weeks ago, I go to interview Caleb. There's no invite from the head coach. I say, is there any way I can meet the head coach? Unfortunately, no. And I love that. You know why? Because that head coach was getting ready to play the Packers. I saw one of those tweets about Ben Johnson that said, classless loser. You're half right. He's not a loser. He's hosting a playoff game in his home stadium tonight in his first season. The Bears have had so many Walter Whites. Now they have a Heisenberg, and he's putting on that hat, and you don't like it. And you know what he's really saying to Matt LaFleur and what he's saying to all the Packers fans? He's saying, say my name. And they're looking at him, they're going, you're Ben Johnson. You're the Bears head coach. You're damn right. Now get off my field. I love it. I don't care. I'm not asking Ben Johnson to raise my children. I'm asking him to beat the Packers.
Overall, this segment shows how the NFL is about way more than just games on Sunday. Coaching decisions, personalities, and confidence all shape how teams are viewed, especially in the playoffs. Some franchises want stability, others want edge, and both approaches can work. At the end of the day, fans connect with emotion, not press conferences. Whether it's loyalty, frustration, or embracing the villain role, that's what keeps the league entertaining. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more NFL reacts and discussions.